Hello everyone, this is Dr. Greg Huddy with Spring Hill Health and Wellness. Today, since everybody's quarantined and can't go to the gyms, I thought about going over some body weight exercises you can do at home for each major body part. Also, just knowing that the best exercise you can do is any exercise you're moving your body through space. The next would be free weights, where you're having to balance a dumbbell or barbell and move it through space. Then machines, and then the least effective exercise is a lot of these machines that are guided motion. You don't have to balance the bar, it's a guided motion or machine. But the most effective exercise, you recruit the most motor units, which means most muscle contraction from a body, what's moving your body through space, like squats, dips, push-ups. All these exercises, to be honest with you, actually even stimulate the muscle more. The only drawback from body weight exercises is sometimes it's hard to add weight to them. So I'll go over these. So first, chest, everybody's favorite body part, right? At least it is for me. So push-ups, right? Everybody knows push-ups. I would try to watch the arm and hand spacing, okay? I would start with wide and start with the elbows out here, okay? The closer your elbows get to your body, the more it becomes a tricep and shoulder. You can do a little inner chest, but if you really want to get the outer chest, get the elbows out wide. So everybody knows how to do a classic push-up, so I don't think I need to demonstrate that. One way to add resistance to your push-ups, though, without changing much, is most people have a stairway in their home. Put your feet up on the stairs, okay? And then do the push-up off the ground. So you're using your body weight, incline, to add resistance to the push-ups, okay? And because a lot of these, you're not going to be using a lot, you'll be using your body weight, so depending on who you are, if push-ups are pretty easy, doing that fashion, going for higher reps would be ideal. The next thing for chest is dips, but dips done with the elbows out. The best way to do this, you can do this a couple ways. The best way to do this for chest is anybody who has in their kitchen, if they have a little island, okay, that's got like kind of a, some of them have like a L in the middle of them. You can kind of do it on that with the elbows out wide, okay. The other thing I've seen is, two chairs put together and doing it this way. But the difference between working the chest and, like I said, the tricep is usually the elbow position. If you want to really stimulate the chest, your elbows are going to need to be out wide. Some guys in the 60s and stuff used to do with their arms like this. Watch your wrist and your shoulders. But again, the wider the elbows get, the better it's going to stimulate the chest. The next thing is that's pretty much for chest. That if you have dumbbells, of course, doing some flies or chest presses is going to be, that's going to be great exercise as well. But like I said, depending on what you have. The next exercise is for the back, okay? So the main thing with the back is the trapezius, the lats, and then also in the mid-back, the rhomboids, okay? The low back, as a chiropractor, trust me, gets enough work from daily activities. So with that, the best thing is going to do, if you have a doorway sometimes doorways have a pretty manageable grip. This one not so much, but some do. Okay, just use those, okay? You could use those for overhand grip or even underhand grip like this. If you don't have that, you can put two chairs together. Be careful with this. So a chair here, the chair here. Put a broomstick or some type of stick from one to the next, okay? And grab onto that, and then I put my feet on the ground and I'm doing chin-ups that way. Do you understand that? Kind of up and down. That's one way to do it as well. You can also, if you have, like I said, some islands and kitchens, they're built in a way that you can kind of get underneath them and do like underhand curl grip chin-ups like this if you can't do a full grip chin-up, okay? If you can't do a full body weight chin-up, put a chair where your feet would hang. So if my feet would be like this, okay? And just use your leg strength for part of the rep, okay? Lift it, just use your legs to push off the chair or whatnot to help the body weight. So that would be more the lats, the chin-ups. The next thing I've seen done is if you have a door frame like going down to an attic or something, you can kind of get into a doorway, put one hand here. So if I'm this way, I'm like this, okay, and I'm kind of leaning back. It's best if your feet go down a little bit. So if you've got a doorway going down steps, this would be the best. So my feet would be lower than the ground. But if I'm like this, again, my grip's kind of turning this way, and I'm just leaning, and again, I'm bending my legs, and I'm just going here. Watch my elbows again. That's out wide. Don't do it this way, but it's out wide. And I'm just kind of contracting the mid-back back and forth this way, getting a good stretch and good contraction. That's going to hit more of the rhomboids here. If you have 2 dumbbells too, or some bands, some resistance weight or barbell, upright rows would be a good one for the traps. Of course, you've got the shrugs as well, but you can do the upright rows. Watch my hands. Most people do the upright rows right here, but just go ahead and lift the hands up above the eyes. You'll stimulate more of the traps, almost like a clean would. Okay, so you'll stimulate the traps there. That's something if you do have some dumbbells or something like that. So that's back. Biceps, again, some of these are combined. So biceps are going to get hit with back if you're doing chin-ups and stuff. More, though, if you do the underhand version. Okay? And then triceps, I would do dips again, but this time dips with the elbows close to you. Best way to do dips that way would be on a chair. So if I'm here, you can put weight in your lap if you want, but basically, I'm putting my feet up like this, and I'm just doing the dips like this. Again, go for high reps if you don't have any weight resistance or anything like that. And get a kid to sit on your lap or something like that. You also do hammer curls with kids too, like this. Okay, bring them up, kiss them in the cheek, or social distancing. But then you can do also have a kid, put them behind your head. You can bring them like this. Do tricep extensions like that. So just creative ways to involve the whole family. Shoulders can be a little tricky. You can do isometrics, in the doorway. I'm kind of contracting against, a fixed resistance here hold it for a minute or two. Of course, you have dumbbells, you got presses, lateral raises. If you have bands, you can do that as well. Shoulders, that's about it with shoulders. Like I said, shoulders are a little difficult. I mean, if you can stand on your head, some CrossFitters throw their feet up on the wall, you can do it that way. But yeah, I like the isometrics. And like I said, I'm going to go over combining these at the end, which might help as well. Legs, your basic squats. Doing like 3 sets of, 50 reps of just
edit it together. Go.
Doing squats, doing lunges. You can also do lunges on steps, doing walking lunges, with something in your hand, walking lunges. There's an old school thing. Don't do this if you're probably older than 35 or you had bad knees. There's an old school exercise for legs called sissy squats. Take one hand, grab a fixed object, my feet are here, and again I'm just coming down like this with my body weight back, and I'm coming this way. Okay, but doing this for 15 or 20 reps, you're going to get a good pump of blood in your legs after that. And then with squats and the lunges, that would be a good thing for legs. Hamstrings are kind of hard. If you have a hardwood floors, or even in your kitchen or something a little slicker, if I'm laying on my back, I put like a towel underneath my feet, okay, and I just curl my legs up. It's hard to do that here, but again, if I'm laying on my back and I put something underneath my feet, see this? Put something on my feet, and then I can't do it here because it's not slick, but I'm curling my feet up. As I bring my butt up, I curl up my feet this way, okay, and then back out. That might be a little difficult to do, but that would also be something you could do for hamstrings. Hamstrings are a little hard. Calves, the classic stairs, calf raises from the classic stairs. Something else that's a great calf exercise is called donkey calf raises, where you're bent over at the waist in the stairs and you're doing the calf raises. It just adds extra stretch to your hamstrings and calves. So I recommend that one as well. To me, the ultimate way to do this would be like combine them. And a lot of people used to do this back in the day. Some people still do it, but like supersets. So doing exercise after exercise without any rest. And some of this like chest, shoulders, and triceps, that's a push-up is going to hit all those areas. So why not combine them? So, start with push-ups without any rest. Do 15 or 20 reps of push-ups. Go right to dips. Do that for 15 or 20 reps. Then go to some type of for triceps, by the way, doing push-ups close grip, close hand grip. So like this, okay, instead of your shoulders out wide, your hands here, and doing really close hand position push-ups. But do those back to back. So push-ups, dips, and then that close hand push-ups. You're gonna get chest, tris, and shoulders. And maybe add this shoulder isolation exercise at the very end. And do that 3 or 4 times without any rest in between exercises. For back, do the chin-ups. Maybe go into both these chin-ups, then go right to these, then go right to the close hand pull-ups like this for biceps. Because again, back and biceps are going to get hit together a little bit. But just doing those exercises back to back. And then legs, doing like I said, squats, the lunges, maybe the sissy squats. The hamstrings, just kind of back-to-back supersetting, no rest, and then finish off with some calves. Doing that 3 or 4 times, get your heart rate going, gets a good blood, good motor contraction to each muscle group, and again, you just stimulate the muscle. And again, most of us aren't trying to really necessarily gain from these workouts, but keep the gains we've had in the weeks before and make sure our bodies don't lose anything in the process and maybe burn some calories. We're probably eating a lot more than we should right now because we're all at home. So hope you guys got something out of this. Again, we're Spring Hill Health and Wellness in Spring Hill. We're still open. Chiropractic's also good for the immune system. Make sure, guys, you're taking your multivitamin minerals. If we ever have some sun, get out there and get some sun. And we're here for you if you need us. Thanks, guys.